Okay, students, I hope you all have understood till now. Just quickly summarize the half of the chapter that we'll study in this class. First, I started with the definition of combustion, which was burning anything in presence of oxygen to produce heat and light. It was called combustion. Now, there were two substances. Based on this definition. The first was combustible substance and second was non-combustible substance. Combustible substance, any substance which burns easily or which catch fire easily, was called combustible substance, and the substance which does not catch fire easily was called which does not burn at all was called non-combustible substance. Okay, example of combustible like wood, fabric, paper, and non-combustible like glass and metal. Okay, then conditions. What were the conditions necessary for combustion, for the process of combustion to occur? First was presence of oxygen. Second was presence of a combustible substance, and third was attainment of ignition temperature. Ignition temperature was what is ignition temperature? The minimum temperature at which a substance starts to burn was called ignition temperature. Then I taught you a activity where you take two candles, burn both of them. After some time, cover one of the candle with an inverted jar, with any jar or glass or anything, and after some time you will see that candle will extinguish. Why? Because it did not get proper oxygen. So this was the activity to show that air is or oxygen is necessary for combustion. Okay, now one more topic that will be studied here is firefighting. You all must have seen that thousands of people lose their lives every year because of fire. Some houses catch fire, some buildings catch fire, some offices catch fire. Okay, so in order to fight against this fire, what is there in offices, in your school also, we have extinguishers. Fire extinguisher, you must have seen a red colored instrument in your schools, which is kept hanging at a particular height. That is extinguishers. Okay, but not every house or not every building has a extinguisher. So basically there are two methods to fight against fire. The first method is using water. We all know water is the most common fire extinguisher. पानी से सबसे पहले हम आग को बुझा सकते हैं. And second, using carbon dioxide as extinguishers. First, I'll teach you water. See, students, water, every house has water. Whenever, unfortunately, if any house or any place catches fire, before you call the firefighters, what person can do at individual level? He or she tries to fight against fire by using water. Where at whatever place fire is being caught, what you do? You throw water, पानी आप फेंकते हैं आग बुझाने के लिए. So water is the most common fire extinguisher. What does it do? What does fire do? What does water do? First, it cuts off the oxygen supply from the combustible substance. When the oxygen supply is cut off, what happens? Ultimately, one of the conditions necessary for combustion is removed, so fire is not caught easily. Okay, what does firefighters do? First, they do three things. They remove the combustible substance, cuts off the air supply, and brings the ignition temperature down. Brings the temperature down to below the ignition temperature. Okay, so what is the most common fire extinguishers? It removes heat and oxygen from the combustible substance, and ultimately there is no fire. The second most common use firefighter is carbon dioxide. See, water can be used for if your fabric catches fire, if my clothes catch fire, and if I pour water, fire will automatically be removed. And if say wood or paper catches fire and you use water, then definitely it will help in fighting against fire. But if any electrical equipment like your refrigerators or your televisions, if they catch fire, then will water work as an extinguisher? No, water won't work there because water is a good conductor of electricity. I taught you in class 7th water is a good conductor of electricity. So what will happen? What will happen? It will catch more fire. So there you will not use water, you will use carbon dioxide. जो extinguishers होते हैं, whatever extinguishers are there at your homes or at your school or at your offices, they have carbon dioxide gas filled in it. And what does carbon dioxide do? Because carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, it is heavier than oxygen, so it covers the fire like a blanket. It is non-flammable, it does not catch fire, does not support combustion. It is heavier than oxygen, so when it is heavier than oxygen, it covers the fire like a blanket. As a result, what happens? The contact between combustible substance and oxygen is cut off, and ultimately fire is put off. Okay students, so these were some or mostly all the topic of chapter 6, half of the chapter 6. Since chapter 6 is a lengthy chapter, so I have divided into 2 classes. Okay, half of the chapter you have studied here, okay, and half of the chapter I'll explain you in the next class. Now students, I am giving you some assignment, okay, some assignment from chapter 6 that you are supposed to do, okay, and half of the chapter I will teach you in the next class. Kindly go through all my videos and links, and if you fail to understand any topic, you are free, students, you are free to ask me via call or message anytime. Okay, thank you students.